So as the trade fight with the U.S. intensifies, buying Canadian has taken on new meaning for many shoppers. Let's bring in Valerie Crisp. She's the founder of Common Goods, an online marketplace connecting Canadians with Canadian products and brands. And Valerie, thank you for coming in and talking about this. So tell us, first of all, what inspired you to start an all-Canadian e-commerce business?
Yeah, so actually it was a situation very similar to the one we find ourselves in today. About 18 months ago, when the first round of tariffs were being implemented, there was a huge swell online of Canadians looking to shop Canadian. And my background is in e-commerce and product search. And I thought I could solve this problem with a marketplace. And I just wanted to validate, would Canadians actually come? So I put up a TikTok, and within a week I had 10,000 customers on a wait list, and that was enough validation to put the first version of Common Goods out about a year ago.
Wow. Okay. So it's been a year. So you opened your business in response to the trade war. How has the business changed since you launched last year? Because it felt as though there was like a big kind of build up to the beginning of the 51st state rhetoric, the annexation rhetoric, the trade war. Then it kind of maybe died down, and now it's sort of ramped up again. What we've actually seen is that sentiment does kind of balloon and then ebb and flow with the news. However, the rate at which customers are going to actually transact and buy Canadian is about how convenient we can make that for them. So we know that labeling at the grocery store, for instance, helps customers buy Canadian when you make it easy for them to make a choice. And that's what complexities.ca is all about, whether you're searching on Google or in a chat with your friends, you should be able to find the default is Canadian, and that's what we're trying to do. And what about, I don't know if you had a chance to kind of look at what's happened over the last few days, but have you?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
The traffic to our website is up 300%, so about 3 times the number of typical traffic, and our sales are similarly in concert with that.
Wow, so 300% since the Canadian side walked away from the table since the talks broke down? Just in the last...
It's been a really crazy weekend.
Wow, okay, so is it hard to keep up with that, or?
It's very exciting, actually. We knew that these moments would continue to come, just given the nature of the news cycle, and so we've been prepared. Our vendors have been very much prepared and really leaning into the Buy Canadian movement.
So can you give us a couple of examples, or like where people are kind of like, they go to your website and they kind of try and find out, what are some of the basics or the more popular kind of products that people are looking for in terms of trying to get a Canadian product?
Yeah, apparel is a very big category for us, especially since the Bay went out of business. Canadians are looking for a go-to source of Canadian apparel, and the number one filter used on our site is Made in Canada. And so we really help to facilitate maybe a simple t-shirt for your everyday wardrobe. We have a great vendor out from BC on Vancouver Island called Kindred Coast. They mill the fabric in Canada, they knit and sew everything in Canada, and they retail their t-shirts for about $40. So that's a really compelling offering for a Canadian who's trying to shop Canadian in ways that are everyday and long-lasting.
What have you heard from some of these businesses that have clearly benefited from you creating this marketplace, right?
They're very grateful that their Canadianness can win where the customer is shopping. So whether that's us helping them get discovered online, they really appreciate that our shared resources, all of these brands coming together in one place, is sort of greater than the sum of our parts in helping Canadians find them.
How does this moment, you said it's up 300%, how does this moment compare to the 18 months ago when you started this up?
Well, 18 months ago, we didn't have much to sell yet, so it was a lot of enthusiasm and not a lot to actually implement yet. Now it's very exciting to see Canadians put their money where their hearts are. Yeah. And so, the growth pace is kind of exponential now because we have the infrastructure built, and we're just ready and waiting for Canada to join us.
All right, and so and it's Common Goods. Is that's where they go online?
Yes, complexities.ca.
Complexities.ca. Simple. Thank you, Valerie Crisp, founder of Common Goods, an online marketplace connecting Canadians with Canadian products and brands.